the Japanese Grand Prix is go! Good reaction time, Oscar Piastri. Max Verstappen knew he was going to get a good time. He squeezed at him. Big contact in the middle, side by side they go. Max Verstappen.
Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Quanika, and if you're new, welcome back. So, it's been a very long time since I've done this, but we are back. Okay, as you guys can see by the title of this video, I will be explaining what F1 is for beginners. So, and PS, if I look down, I have my book right in front of me because I wrote down, because it's a lot to grasp. So, okay, first up, what is Formula 1? So, it is the pinnacle of motorsport. It is a team sport, definitely. If you think like it's a two-person job, no. If you watch it, the qualifying or the race, you can see a lot of people work for the team. Drivers compete for the drivers' championships, while the team as a whole compete for the constructors' championship and a little prize money on the end, at the end of the season. So the driver isn't just competing for himself. For the end of the year, the drivers are also competing for the team. So like the drivers bring in a lot of points for the team that they're racing for. Each race is held at a different location in the world, like Abu Dhabi, Singapore, Monaco. There's a lot more. So how many drivers and teams are there in F1? So there are a total of 20 drivers and 10 teams. So 2 drivers each team. We have world champions driving for this team. So like Fernando Alonso, Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, and rookies in their second season such as Oscar Piastri. Some of the teams has been in F1 since the beginning, like since it started in 1950, such as McLaren and Ferrari. Then you have your new coming teams, such as Haas. And I want to say Stake F1 team, also known as Alfa Romeo. Last year, they changed their name to Stake, which will be changing again in the future. Where does F1 race? So F1 races take place across the world, like I said. We have the British Grand Prix, and some of the tracks, they are very popular tracks that has been there since the beginning, such as Monaco, Monza, Silverstone. So there are few, like all the races are popular, but there are ones that stand out that everybody look forward to. And then there are new circuits such as the Las Vegas Grand Prix, Miami Grand Prix, and the Chinese Grand Prix came back this year for the first time since 2019. So that was also a very nice one. How does an F1 weekend work? So a standard F1 weekend is basically 3 days, so the Friday, Saturday and Sunday, but some fans consider the Thursday also part of the F1 weekend, because Thursday we have our media day, where the drivers are interviewed for different like news channels, sport channels, and the F1 Sky Sports official channel, and they have a media pin for this. And then Friday, it's FP1 and FP2. Free practice 1 and free practice 2. So during FP1 and FP2, the teams and the drivers just like give feedback on how the car feels. Like if the brakes is a bit wonky, they tell them, okay, the brakes don't feel good. Okay, then they check it out before FP2 again. And each session lasts 60 hours. 60 hours, man. 60 minutes. So like each team get the chance to go out on the track and actually feel okay. Saturday, this is where things really start getting interesting, like intense. Saturday we have our FP3 and qualifying. So qualifying is divided into 3 sessions, like if we have Q1, Q2, Q3. So in Q1, the five slowest drivers are eliminated. Q1 is 18 minutes, Q2 is 15 minutes, and Q3 is 12 minutes. And that sets their position for the starting grid for the Sunday race. Q2 is 15 minutes. So then the next five slowest drivers is eliminated, and that is their position for the starting grid, like I said. Then Q3 is where the fastest 10 drivers, they 10 now, fights for pole position for number one on the grid for the Sunday race. And then on the Sunday, it's the race. How long does an F1 race last? So a race is almost 2 hours, depending if there's crashes or red flags given, and if there's a red flag, normally that is a race restart. So like, not like they don't start over like we're starting like from lap 1 again. It goes on. Say now there's a crash and it causes a red flag on lap 18, they go onwards from lap 18 and they keep counting. But it's a race restart, which makes a race normally longer, 30 minutes longer, but the race is normally 2 hours. So yeah. What is an F1 sprint weekend? So a F1 sprint weekend is basically, it's still the normal weekend like with the media day and your practice sessions, but the practice sessions is split. You only have one practice session, so you don't have your FP2 and FP3. Then later on in the day, instead of FP2, they have sprint qualifying for the sprint race on Saturday. The sprint qualifying works the same as the normal qualifying. You have your 3 sessions, and the slowest 5 is out in SQ1 and SQ3. So SQ stands for sprint qualifying. So then the Saturday comes and then you have your sprint race. So the sprint race is 25 laps most of the time. After the sprint race, you have your qualifying for the Sunday race. So qualifying happens as usual. Hopefully the cars aren't damaged during the sprint race. And then everything is set for the Sunday race, and the Sunday race takes place. And last but not least, I think I've said this, why is it called Formula 1? So the formula is basically the set of rules for the shebang. So the formula basically covers car design, engine size, and so much more. Okay guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys like this as much as I am a Formula 1 fan. The videos that I watch about Formula 1 doesn't basically explain the simple things like this, but I hope this helps you understand the whole thing much more better. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Mwah.